Hello, hello, it's Kitti, proud to be your declutter specialist, coming to you from picturesque Atlantic Canada, where it is a very pleasant, picturesque, again, fall day, and I hope it's a pleasant day where you are. And the Facebook adventures continue, yes they do, and I'm not even talking about the shutdown yesterday. No, I am talking about what the phone just did now, and daily it seems to. 5 minutes ago, it wasn't letting me. Hello, thank you for. Oh, God bless you, Michael. 5 minutes ago, honestly, and Michael, I told you that the last video wasn't working. The mirror image would not work. So then I shut it all down, set it up again. Suddenly the mirror image was working, and I was darned if I was taking down the entire set and doing it again. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear, every minute is a new adventure, and I hope the light is on. Whatever, who am I? I am Kitti, yes I am. And what do I do? Well, I tell you what, entrepreneurs and startups hire me to eliminate their clutter and overwhelm in 90 days. Yeah, it takes about that long, so that they can focus on making more money and creating an amazing life for themselves and their families. I do believe that physical clutter and lack of focus and concentration are very closely intertwined, and that is why I've created a step-by-step program that has helped me and my clients eliminate years of clutter without getting completely overwhelmed by the process. And that is what stops so many people from tackling their clutter and living the lives that they deserve, having people over, enjoying life. That the overwhelm is what stops them. So if overwhelm may be stopping you, might be getting in your way, and you want to you're tired of it, you just stay tuned. Hold that thought, and we will give you the next steps to take. Sound good? All right. Now, before I forget, Declutter the Brain Facebook group. With some administrative ups and downs. Yeah, we're kind of well, we're back on track now. Put it that way. And what do we do? We are a small and growing group of people with a common goal, and that common goal is to clear the clutter and mental baggage that can go with it, so that we can be the super achievers and money makers that we know that we are meant to be. The link is down below. That'll be the bit.ly link, and you just click that, come and check us out, and hey, I think you'll like us. At least I know for sure you'll like the cartoons on Friday. Alright, so this week we are talking about memorabilia, sentimental things, all of those kind of things, and that ties quite closely into last week's topic of seniors or anyone who is right-sizing into an apartment, and what do you do with all of these things that you have accumulated over 30 years. So this week we have narrowed it down to just those sentimental items that can, they put a roadblock, and many times my clients say, you know what, I can deal with all of the extra pots and pans, I know what to do with them, but then I come across this ticket stub and I don't know what to do. I feel guilty. So that's what we're looking at this week. Now, basically, what are sentimental items? They remind us of a person or an era or a place, or most importantly, a feeling that we had. Yes, a memory, as it were. Now, most often, many times, it has no real use or monetary value. That's interesting. And many people never even look at their sentimental items, and they may be packed away in a box and put in a storage unit. And I swear that is one of the big ironies of today's society. There's a statistic as to how much people spend to store their items that they are never going to use again. I still really think that's funny. I believe it's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. Uh, okay, it's a sign of the times, I suppose. And there's a value tied to owning, and that's what we're looking at today. And that is called the endowment effect. And I was reading up on this morning, and what it does, and I'm going to give you a direct definition here, okay? Because it's a new one on me. So yeah, I don't know it all. Okay, the endowment effect causes us to assign a greater value to an object once it belongs to us. And so, hence, it says hence here, requires an even greater reward to part with it. Now, what's an example? Now, it sounds like a lot of words, right? Okay, so what's a good example of this? Test driving a car. Yeah, and test driving a car. What does the guy always do? He gets you to sit behind the wheel and take her for a spin around the block and invite you to take in the fine Corinthian leather, right, Michael? Yeah. Or people, any salesman will put something in your hand. Oh, okay, yeah. The computer in the store. Hey, try it out. Try it out. Check out these buttons, how light they are. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah. Okay, that is the endowment effect. And there are a myriad of examples what we can do with how it makes you feel. And I have an example for you. I'm not really sure that it's an example of the endowment effect, but I'm gonna try it out on you in a moment. No, I'm going to try it out on you right now. I said yesterday I was going to give an example of a memorabilia that I have mixed feelings about. You ready? Okay. Observe. Michael, if you can, have a look. Okay, or you can look later. All right. Okay, so what is this? This is a totem pole. This is a totem pole that I acquired in 2017. And it's from Western Canada, and ostensibly made by the First Nations people out there. It's actually a Chinese knockoff, but it is based on First Nations art. And frankly, I'm not sure what to do with it. I'll tell you why. Because I don't have particularly good memories of the person that I was with when I acquired it. However, I always wanted one, ever since I was a kid. I always wanted one, so I keep it. And then I look at it every day in the room behind me, and I think, why am I doing this? Well, I suppose what I could do is go back to Western and get rid and give it to somebody, and go back to Western Canada on my own, or with someone more pleasant, and buy another one. Maybe that's what I'll end up doing. Do you ever get your best ideas when you're thinking out loud? Maybe that's what I'll do. Anywho, so that's an example of you've got this memorabilia, sentimental thing, and you're not quite sure what to do with it. So what to do, circling back to, I know this is a bit roundabout, and I apologize, especially if you're watching on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, of course. We'll get to YouTube in a minute. If you have the endowment effect, just be aware of it. Be aware that when you're looking at something, say, Michael, you've got a whole bunch of tools, and you've got your favorite one. You're thinking you're in the Home Depot, and you're looking at even more expensive drill, and you've got it in your hand, and you're going, be aware of that. Okay, be aware that it's it's because you're holding it. You're imagining owning it. If you have, if it's to do with your sentimental items, just hide it away in a box for 6 months, and if you don't miss it, if you don't even remember that you have it, then You can safely say that you can get rid of it. Imagine that you don't have it. Yeah, same deal. Hide it, kind of things. These are examples that came from a website that I was looking at this morning about the endowment effect. And now we're going to continue on this series tomorrow, but in the interim, if you found value in this video, if you think it might cheer somebody up, if you think it might make somebody go, I wonder. All right, because we're always asking questions, especially if you are challenged with some of the traits of ADHD. We're always asking questions. So if you think this might help somebody, hit that share button. And you don't know what effect you're going to make in this massive world of social media. Right? Yes. YouTube. If you don't want to scroll, I hate scrolling. It hurts my eyes. Okay, so if you don't want to scroll and find a certain episode of this, we've got you covered. We've got the at least a month and a half of videos, recent videos, curated, numbered, that's got labeled, everything like that, all on YouTube for you. And I'm going to be working on some more. I found my old profile, Michael. I found the one that got hacked. I'm allowed back in it now. I could conceivably have 384 videos on YouTube. I won't. I doubt very much that I will. Anyway, that's pretty funny, huh? All right, so that's that. Go to YouTube, Declutter the Brain. That's all it is. Go to YouTube, Declutter the Brain, and we are there for you. If you like us, just subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Yes, you need this, but wait, a moment from our sponsor. Oh, I love doing these lives, even 384 days later. Do you ever feel like you just want to be at peace in your surroundings? You know, you just want to be able to look around and go, but at the same time, do you know, I'll never get this done. I just wish there were an easy button. Boom, easy, poof, done, right? Well, you know what? Maybe there is, because I tell you what, clients come to me with this all the time. That's why I have clients. Why I'm blessed to have clients, because you know they feel like they have no energy. They feel overwhelmed. Maybe they're people are nagging at them. Why can't you just get rid of this? Well, because I can't just. Okay, Pam's not here, but yeah, because I can't just. All right. Maybe you hate going home, or you're to a mess, all right, or you hate waking up to it. If this sounds at all familiar, I'll tell you what, if this is tapping you on the shoulder and saying ding, 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 alarm, 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 why don't we jump on a 30-minute clutter checkup call, and I will listen to see what your clutter could be costing you in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, and I'll set you up with a plan to take immediate action. All right, and then we can always see if you're fit to if you might go further faster in one of my programs. But the first thing is to get you to take immediate action on your clutter. That is the important thing. So when you have decided to eliminate your clutter, I am waiting for you, okay? When you have decided to change your overwhelm to energy, do what Michael did, do what Pam, who's not with us today, but trust me, and book that call. Or you could direct message me on Facebook, and I've got something for you. I do. Where do you go to book that call? You go to declutterthebrain.com, and while you're there, do download your Jumpstart. It's 7 easy steps to conquer your clutter. It's intended as a grounding tool for your declutter journey and beyond. So make sure you do that. Book the call, and hey, you don't know until you try, right? All right, so believe me, you are worth it. Tomorrow, but I should keep it. That's on tap tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.